Welcome back to another episode of the Grizzly News.
Happy Friday, FCHS. I'm Ryan Rustino, and welcome back to the Grizzly News. Students, as you all may know, we will be going back to all in-person learning starting March 8th. All students beside the Apex learners will attend in-school learning 5 days a week. We will continue to have block scheduling. Remember to check your school email as the administration will send out schedule updates as needed for the rest of the year. This past weekend, FCHS students attended an all-virtual Harvard Model Congress. Due to COVID, the members of the HMC were not able to travel to Boston and attend the in-person Congress that is held every year. FCHS is one of the only public schools to participate in Harvard Model Congress each year. Students have the opportunity to learn more about the American government by being a member of the Senate, House of Representatives, and Supreme Court. The simulation teaches students about the procedures of the American government and hopefully helps them become more informed citizens. To hear a little more about how it went, here are co-presidents of the student-led Congress, seniors Andrew Page and Carly Woodward.
It's really fun. I think a lot of the people here, especially some of the seniors, are kind of upset we didn't actually get to go to Boston, but it's always a fun experience every year. I think we always learn fun things, learn how the executives work.
Obviously, we weren't there, so we had to make the most of what we had. But something that was different was probably opening ceremonies and stuff. So usually we would have a social with the other delegates from other schools and stuff. Okay. And so we didn't get to do that, which is always a cool part because most of these kids are from the East Coast, and we know we don't even relate to them that well because we're not in private school or whatever. So that's something that's definitely a lot different.
It was ran really similarly how it would be if you were in person. Obviously the bigger issue is you can't do any paper bills, you can't talk to people in person when you have an unmoderated caucus or anything. You have to go in breakout rooms and do it over Zoom, but I think Harvard itself did a really good job organizing it.
I think they should join Harvard Model Congress because when you first think about it, a lot of people think it's just law and government, but it has to do with a lot of other things. There's a medical side to it, there's a space side to it, so you could do science, or you could go into law, you could do really anything within that. There's national security, there's just a lot of different branches to do stuff.
The Franklin Community Indoor Percussion hosted a competition this past weekend. It was the first time performing in almost a year because of the pandemic. The group competed against many of the elite programs throughout Indiana and brought home a 6th-place finish on the day. Their show is titled On the Edge, with the main source of the music being from Aerosmith's Living on the Edge. The group's next performance will be on March 6th at Perry Meridian. Seniors, if you haven't filled out the FAFSA form yet, you need to do that by April 15th. There will be a virtual completion night as part of College Goal Sunday happening on March 7th. Also, on March 11th, there will be a finalizing financial aid night where you can learn more about the different aid packages that might be available. Stay tuned to your email for more information. Here at FCHS, our winter sports teams are wrapping up some great student-athlete accomplishments. Let's send it over to the Sports Corner and check in with our sports correspondent, Jace Miller.
Thank you, Ryan. The FCHS girls basketball team played a tough game last Saturday night in Jeffersonville. Playing against Brownsburg in semi-state, the Lady Cubs lost a tough game against the Bulldogs. It was a hard way to end a great season. The Lady Cubs finished runner-up in the conference, won sectional, and claimed a regional title as well. Great job to the Lady Cubs and head coach Josh Sable on an outstanding season. The FCHS girls swim and dive team recently advanced to the IHSAA state swim meet that was held in Indianapolis. Some notable swims came from senior Gracie Payne, placing 7th in the 50 free, Cabria Chapman finished 5th in the breaststroke, and the 400 relay team finished 8th. The girls ended the day with a 5th place finish in the state meet. Great job, ladies. Wrapping up some notable sports achievements for winter should be our boys wrestling team. Head coach Jim Tonte led the Wonder 5 to the IHSAA state wrestling meet held in Indianapolis at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Jake Becker, Tyler Fuqua, Harris Eason, Nolan Skaggs, and Jacob Johnson made up the Wonder 5, and they did one heck of a job. Congratulations to all of the FCHS wrestlers on another great season. Also, good luck to the boys basketball team as they face Greenwood on Tuesday in the first round of sectionals, and the games will be held at Whiteland. Finally, the boys swim team is about to compete in the state meet in Indianapolis. The boys swim in the afternoon session today. Stay tuned on Twitter to keep up on their results as they are in the hunt to hang another banner. Ryan, back to you.
Thanks, Jace. Weather this weekend looks to be beautiful. There are forecasted highs this weekend of around 60, so make sure you get out and enjoy it. Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Grizzly News. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, FCTV at FCHS. Have a great weekend, guys.